Greetings, guys. Thank you for listening to the Bridge to Buctober podcast, where we talk all about them Pittsburgh Pirates net. My name is Josh. Today is August 5th. Bucks walk it off in the 9th to start off the series against the Giants. Johan Oviedo made his season debut, and, well, wish it could have been better. Good morning to those who are listening in the morning.
Yeah, it is a good morning there, little man.
Good afternoon, evening to whenever else you're listening to this show. It's going to be a little bit of a shorter one today. I'm still fighting off the cold. If you listened to yesterday's show, you heard me talk about that a little bit. So I need to get to bed. Rest is good when you're not feeling well. The sooner I get through, the better chance I can get through this cold or get through the show without sneezing, really. So, Bucko wins help us feel better too. Let's talk about it. Johan Oviedo gave up 2 runs in his first and only inning in his first start since 2023. Good to see him back out there. He struck out the last 2 batters of the 43-pitch inning with the bases loaded. So that is a good sign, but 43 pitches in the first inning, and that was all it was for Oviedo. Good to see him back. It's a bummer that his inning went the way it did, but it could have been worse, right? I mean, he only gave up 2 runs with the bases loaded and 1 out, and he was able to come back there. There was 1 pitch that really should have ended maybe a couple pitches earlier than that, but either way, there were some calls pretty much throughout the game, both sides, that this umpire missed. So, I think it all evens out in the end. Hopefully he bounces back from here. It's good to see a guy like that back. Fittingly, Dowry Moretta also pitched in this game. Both those guys coming off of Tommy John. Yohan Ramirez goes 2 2/3. Nicholas goes 2 2/3. Baraki 1 2/3. A lot of strikeouts for the Pirates today. 11 strikeouts for the team. After the first inning, Horwitz scores on a Nicky G sac fly. They get a run back. The Giants get 2 in the 4th. The Pirates get 2 in the 7th on a Jack Suwinski home run. And then it all happened in the 9th inning. That was kind of the exciting inning there, obviously, to walk it off. Kutch, walks or errors. Canario, pinch runs for him. Reynolds strikes out, pinch hitting for Peggy. And then Jack, after a long battle, starting down 0-2, first pitch, again, really bad. Third pitch could have been strike 3, but it was called a ball. Little makeup call there. He ends up getting hit by a pitch. And then Bart comes through to tie the game on a base hit over the shortstop and beating his old team, or tying the game, right? And then Davis runs for him. IKF hits it to first base. Suwinski raced home, diving over top of a bat. And I guess we're going with touches home plate with his pinky, because that's the only thing that you could say touched home plate. I don't know. There's no way you overturn that. He was called safe. The umpire's right on top of it. I'm going to go with the initial call on that one, because if he's right there, the cameras are not as close as that umpire is. So I'm going with that initial call on something like that when he's right there. Kyle Nicholas gets out of the 4th inning when he came in, gets Ramirez out of that. And then when he comes out in the 5th, he walks the first 2. Again, walks are errors. Both of those guys end up scoring. Okay. So they score. He even gets 2 outs before giving up the triple to Jung-Hoo Lee. And then both guys he walked score in this. And, we talk all the time about walks or errors. The Pirates had 5 walks in this, 3 by Oviedo in that first inning, 2 by Nicholas. Nobody else had a walk. So, overall, a pretty decent outing with 11 strikeouts here. But, Nicholas's line, 2 2/3, 2 hits, 2 runs, 2 walks. He does get 3 strikeouts. Kyle Nicholas has to work on these walks, but man, this kid could be so good, right? I mean, there's so much there to like. Do you get this sense that he figures this out? I mean, I would say that you've got to get this. The weird thing is like walks are walks, right? And he had the same problem in AAA. He just got out of more jams. So this is something that you could work on whether you're here, whether you're there. It really doesn't matter. I mean, you're just walking, guys. It's also something you can work on in the off season. It's also, I don't know, but this dude has electric stuff, and the Pirates really could use Kyle Nicholas down the stretch here and really moving into 2026 as well. He's an interesting one to watch. He's really an interesting one to watch here in this bullpen because it's hard to tell. I mean, look at the guys who are pitching today. It's safe to assume Dowry Moretta is in the mix next year, but Baraki and Johan Ramirez, we have no idea. We have no idea if those guys are going to be around. I don't know. It's interesting. Despite all that we've been upset about, I mean, you get a walk-off win tonight, so obviously vibes are a little bit high here. But despite all that we've been upset about lately in the series loss in Colorado and all that stuff, the Pirates have won 10 of their last 13. Listen, we all know the hole that this team has dug themselves into. We know that, right? We know the fate of this team this season, that they're not crawling back into anything relevant. We know that. But at this point in the season, if this team could give us something to watch that's interesting to see what I'm looking at this picture after Suwinski homered tonight and Peguero was on base, thanks to a walks or errors. You just look at two guys like that. Those two are playing for a job. Give us something to watch. Give us something to talk about. And the team's playing well. As I said before, the players on the field have nothing to do with a bad trade deadline. They have nothing to do with the front office complaints that we have. They have nothing to do with ownership. I have no problem rooting for these players and trying to enjoy the rest of a baseball season and not take it for granted. We're all sitting here talking about 2027 and what happens in 2027 and will we have a baseball season or not. So I'm not taking this for granted. I'm watching baseball and I'm going to do my best to try to enjoy it. And if this team can win games despite not making it back to anything, I mean, listen, the Marlins were buried and they fought their way back to 500. They've had their best 44 game stretch in franchise history, and they sold at the deadline. All these guys that are coming up here are major league players, and I know some of the Pirates you could say no, they're not, but Jack Suwinski, for instance, I mean, he's hitting 113, I think. Just hit his second home run. We've seen what he's done before. But this is a guy who was hitting 280 with 12 home runs in AAA. So there's that period where you're saying yeah, but they're good enough in every other level to move to the next level. And he's good enough right now to move to this level. Whether he figures it out here or not, these guys are still he's still done well for himself to this point. And so, at any moment, a team like this could get hot and play good baseball because they're full of major league players. It's not going to be long term. It's not going to be year after year, right? But I'm just saying, it can happen, right? I mean, the Marlins are a good example. Look at that roster. Do yourself a favor. Go look at that roster. And I know you get to see all the holes and all that. Grass is always greener and all that stuff when you look at other teams, but this team's capable of it. This team's capable of clicking for a little while and having some fun times. And there's going to be some low times, I imagine, as well. But I have no problem trying to enjoy it. We need some of these guys to find a way to get better these last 2 months. There's something to watch here. All right, let's talk about the pitching matchup and get out of here. Like I said, got to try to beat the sneezes here, and it's getting late here, so I need to get some sleep. Logan Webb versus Mike Burrows tonight. This is a rematch of last Wednesday in San Francisco where Webb went 5 2/3 innings, 5 hits, a run, a hit batter, 4 walks, but had 11 strikeouts to kind of limit the damage there. 109 pitches for him. And he faced against Mike Burrows, who went 6 innings, 3 hits, a run, a walk, and 7 strikeouts. One of Burrows' better outings. Before that outing against the Pirates Wednesday, though, Webb had given up 6, 4, and 6 runs in his previous 3 starts. And then he walked 4 batters against the Pirates and hit 1. So there's still a little bit of a struggle there. I mean, did he figure something out, or was he just wild and the Pirates were chasing, and that's what, kind of limited that? It's possible, but maybe this is a guy who they can get to at home and put some runs on the board. Certainly, if they're patient, let's see if he fills up the strike zone or not. That wasn't the case Wednesday, and so maybe there's something there. But anyway, I told you it was going to be a shorter one. Trying to get over this cold. I need sleep. I don't want to sneeze into the microphone. That would be terrible for your day. So have a great day. You can't catch this through the airwaves and that. I don't know how to really even. I shouldn't even said that. Anyway, let's play some music and get out of here. Have a great day, guys. Let's see if I can win the series tonight. That'd be fantastic. I'll be the 4-0 against the Giants this year. Something like that. Have a great day, guys.
Thanks for listening to the Bridge to Buctober podcast. Subscribing to your platform of choice is the best way to be notified for new episodes. And now, new episodes every weekday. Remember, live shows with my dad and Uncle Jake are Sundays at 9 p.m. Subscribe to the YouTube channel and join them in the live chat every Sunday. Follow them on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Bridge2 Buctober. Clear the deck, cannonball coming, and let's go Bucks.